Hey everyone, we're back to do some submissions from side control this week in no-gi. One of our main focuses this week in no-gi is the wrist lock and how we can use the wrist lock to move from one submission to the other. Oftentimes we can break down the person's frames, and then when they rack up the wrist lock, it opens up all sorts of chokes and arm bars and all sorts of good stuff. So if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe and like, and go train. So, kind of review what we've been doing this week. Like in the gi especially, we've been focusing a lot on attacks from side control. And the attack we've been focusing on the most is the wrist lock, right? So again, we're going to use that wrist lock to kind of steer our other attacks that we have available to us here. Okay, so again, like if I'm here in side control, a lot of times my shoulder pressure will create this frame on my neck. Okay, when that frame on the neck comes, what I'm going to look to do is fold the wrist. Right? If I can come here and get a good fold in Keanu's wrist, it's going to help me expose that elbow so I can reach around. And now I can start driving to finish the wrist lock. Okay, so again, for this wrist lock to work, I need a backstop, which is my hands blocking his elbow to the mat. I need to fold his wrist, which my chin is doing. And I'm going to drive with my shoulder to create the pressure I need to get the finish. Now, here's the deal. A lot of times people feel this coming, so they'll pummel the hand to the other side of the head. Okay, so when that happens and that hand slips out, now I have an underhook. So from the underhook, I can push away from the mat, pulling my opponent up on his side. Now I'll put both knees down. Left hand's going to come underneath. Right hand grabs Keanu's wrist. Left hand grabs my own wrist. And from here, we can start pushing down into our partner, coming up on our toes. I'll jump. Off that jump, that left leg comes over. And now I have a good Kimura grip. I can fall towards Keanu's head and square up with him, bridging my hips up to finish the arm lock. Okay, so one more time. Again, when we're in side control, we'll give that good shoulder pressure to bring this frame up. Okay, Keanu knows this is relieving some of the pressure for him. So I'm going to look to control his hand with my chin. As I do that, I jack that elbow open, lock everything into place. I'll finish with the wrist lock to start. If that hand slips out and he pummels to the side, now I have the underhook. Okay, from here I can pull Keanu up. I'm looking for my Kimura. Again, if I just want the Kimura finish, I'll bring the elbow to the chest, bring his hand supinated behind him, and finish with the shoulder lock. If not, I can drive forward, pushing down, jump up, fall towards Keanu's head, pummeling that second leg over, and now I'll square up to finish. Okay, so let's start with that combination attack, and then we'll build off some other combinations from there. 2, 1, 2.